Derby County in the top half of arguably the greatest league in the world. What an incentive for the winners of tonight's second round FA Cup replay. Yes, a warm welcome to Home Park. Plymouth and Wycombe battling what is potentially their biggest game of the season. That's especially the case for Plymouth. Wycombe have a serious relegation battle ahead of them, but Plymouth, currently in mid-table obscurity, know how important a win is to give their fans a pre-Christmas present. Add to that the revenue a third-round home tie against Premiership opposition could bring, and you can't overstate enough the importance of tonight's game. The FA Cup can't come at a better time for the two sides. Their league form is hardly awe-inspiring. Plymouth have won just one in the last 7 league games. Wycombe lie second from bottom in the second division. Of course, as far as Plymouth are concerned, a terrible injury crisis has played a large part in their slide down the table. John Bez-Beverick is the latest addition to the list. He injured his shin in Saturday's defeat at Cambridge, and he is out. He's replaced at number 3 by Chris Hargreaves, who's recovered from a hamstring injury. Sean McCarthy, nursing a knee injury, takes his place at number 9. Let's go for the Plymouth side, hoping to secure a third-round tie against Derby County. Number 1, John Sheffield. 2, John Ashton. 3, Chris Hargreaves. 4, Darren Bastow. 5, Captain Mick Heathcote. 6, Paul Watton. 7, Martin Barlow. 8, Ronnie Morget. 9, Sean McCarthy. 10, Earl Jean. And 11, Lee Phillips. 5 substitutes because it's an FA Cup tie, and they are Dwight Marshall, James Dungy, Steve Adams, Terry Sweeney and Liam Ford. Let's look at the Wycombe team then. Jermaine McSporran is cup-tied, so Andrew Baird, who scored in the first game against Argyle a week and a half ago, is recalled to the side. Steve Brown missed the first game because of suspension, but he's now back in the side at the expense of Paul Emblem. Getting there eventually. In goal then for Wycombe is Martin Taylor, 2, Matt Lawrence, 3, Chris Finicum, 4, Paul McCarthy, 5, Jason Cousins, 6, Nicky Mohan, 7, Michael Simpson, 8, Steve Brown, 9, Andrew Baird, 10, Keith Scott, and 11, Dave Carroll. Paul Reed, Mark Westhead, Alan Beaton, Gary Raitt and Paul Emblem are the Wycombe substitutes this evening. Mr. Harris and Mr. Puck. Well, I think if Plymouth fans were honest, they'd have been delighted to have secured a draw up at Adam Park a week and a half ago. A brilliant result for Plymouth, especially considering their injury crisis of late.
Immediately from the approach road to the main entrance. That's car vehicle number N365 TOD. Remove your car immediately. Thank you.
So it's welcome to Home Park. Plymouth Argyle against Wycombe Wanderers, the second round of the FA Cup. A replay here, arguably the greatest cup competition in the world. And what an incentive for the winners. A home tie against Derby County. It'll be Wycombe Wanderers in their change strip of all red who'll kick off, attacking from right to left. Your referee this evening is Paul Robinson, a senior agricultural craftsman from Hull. Kevin Pike and Paul Norman are the referee's assistants. So Plymouth's 4th FA Cup tie. They've had 2 ties against Kidderminster. Failed to score a single goal but got through on penalties. Again, a draw was the result a week and a half ago up at Adams Park. Can Plymouth get that elusive win this evening to really cheer their fans up? An early cross there from Steve Brown. The youngster Darren Bastow away, and now it's Earl Jean. Ronnie Morget. Potentially lethal attack for Plymouth. Chris Hargreaves streaming for the ball on the left-hand side. What a good turn from Lee Phillips. Phillips with the cross. Bright opening for Plymouth Argyle. We weren't sure what type of team Kevin Hodges would pick this evening, but it seems to have gone for a fairly attacking lineup. 4-4-2 it looks like. Lee Phillips on the left-hand side of an attack alongside Earl Jean and Sean McCarthy. The FA Cup tie-up at Adams Park with a seventh meeting between these sides, and it's fairly even at the moment. 2 wins apiece. In the 1990s, of course, at the beginning of the decade, Wycombe were a non-league side, and how things have changed now. Wycombe in the league above Plymouth Argyle, and will consider themselves slight favourites this evening. The cross whipped in, Mick Heathcote away. This is Matt Lawrence. His fellow number 2, John Ashton, away. It's a good crowd that's turned up at Home Park. Attendances have been down this season, rather predictably, but the fans have turned out in numbers this evening. Offside. Andrew Baird there. So a quick look at the league form. It's not looking too good. Argyle, who were flying high at the beginning of November, have really slid down. Now 13th in the table with 8 wins and 9 defeats to their names, 27 points. Wycombe aren't having a much better time either. They're second from bottom in the second division with just 3 wins this season, 11 defeats, and they have the unfortunate tag of being the lowest scorers in the second division with just 16 goals. Here's Ashton. See what the youngster can do this evening. Hargreaves, who loves to attack at players, made an instant impression on the Home Park fans when he made his debut against Rochdale. Injuries rather hampered his progress since. And a rather unnecessary corner conceded by Dave Carroll. Oh, we didn't see that one coming. But it's the first corner of the game. Perhaps this could be the source of great joy from as far as Plymouth attacking is concerned. Set piece moves. Let's see Martin Barlow take this one. It's looking good. Ronnie Morget failed to get a firm contact on the ball, and now it's Oljean. Does he keep the ball in play? Yes, he does. Just away and finally completed there by Lawrence. Hargreaves' header is poor, and now it's bad. But Hargreaves makes up for his mistake, winning back possession, and now it's Martin Barlow. Paul Watson, who played in midfield on Saturday against Cambridge, back in his familiar position of centre-back. And this nice football from Plymouth, playing it to feet. Martin Barlow trying to throw the ball through to, I think it was Oljean, but never going to happen. The pitch may look a bit frosty, but it's very mild out here. Certainly not the cold December evening we're used to in the past. But it's a good atmosphere, always under floodlights. A game we've been looking forward to for a while now. Oljean, who's kept the ball in play, trying to get past Cousins. Cousins does a good job. Throw into Plymouth. It's important that Plymouth make a good start to this game. Don't concede a goal early on and show Wycombe that despite being in a lower division, they can certainly be more than a match for their second division opponents. John Ashton will take this one. Well, always going to be a free kick there. Oljean with a scissor kick, making contact against ex-Argyle lone player Michael Simpson. Not the first time of late that Wycombe have played a third division side in the cup tie in the Auto Windscreen Shield. Last week they took on Shrewsbury, won 1-0 thanks to a golden goal. Argyle, of course, were knocked out against Brentford, lost 2-0 up at Griffin Park. Morget with the foul. Morget sent off against Cambridge, faces another suspension after just coming back from a suspension after being sent off against Kidderminster. But at least you can't accuse Morget of not being committed. Simpson and Brown then standing over the ball. Is this going to be one we see from the training ground? Vinicum joining in the action. Brown. McCarthy, it's a good header away, but Wycombe regain possession through Lawrence. Quickly whipped in cross, Watton away this time. Appeals for offside by Mick Heathcote in particular, and finally heeded. John Sheffield, who I think it's fair to say is in the finest form of his Plymouth career of late. He's been outstanding. Up at Cambridge, he prevented a bit of a cricket scoreline, it's fair to say. He really has been a star performer of recent times for Plymouth Argyle. Appeals for a free kick from the Argyle fans, a foul on Sean McCarthy possibly. McCarthy complaining of a bit of a bump on the head, but the referee really not interested. Sean McCarthy, who's been nursing a knee injury, but takes his place for Plymouth. Goals really have been a problem for the Pilgrims this season. Sean McCarthy is the joint top goal scorer for Plymouth, but has got a measly 4 goals. Not enough. Looking to the tall figure of Scott, he got his head to it. Watton, not a good clearance. Scott tries to whip it across off Heathcote, and now it's going to Carroll. And then whipped in there. Could have gone anywhere, Matt Lawrence. Luckily for Plymouth, it hit one of their players and it's away to safety, but only for the time being. The better start coming from the visitors. Scott. McCarthy trying to get on the end of Finnecombe's clearance. Appeals for offside again. What a lovely ball by Bastow. Well, Martin Taylor, not orthodox goalkeeping, but it works nevertheless. Away by Ashton. Martin Barlow. His control had to be good to win that ball. Lawrence, who's played a big part in the opening stages of this game, coming forward a lot. Ronnie Morget. Morget loses possession. Watson away to Eljon. McCarthy now. Ashton. Bit of defending there from Steve Brown. Argyle ball. Well, for the second time, rather unnecessarily, Wycombe have conceded a corner. Nicky Mohan this time. Better to be safe than sorry, I suppose, but Plymouth will fancy their chances here. So Hargreaves will take this one. You've got McCarthy and Eljon on the goal line. A stack of bodies on the D there, with Morget and Heathcote making a nuisance of themselves. Hargreaves' corner. Heathcote's header, away by Brown. We're going to see a shot from Barlow. Could go anywhere! And in the end, it's a fine save from Taylor. Well, it was a snap effort from Martin Barlow, trying to score his 5th goal of the season. Wobbling around awkwardly, Martin Taylor did well to tip it around for a corner. The most promising attack from Plymouth to date as we approach the 10th minute. This time away from Carroll. Paul Watson will surely try and find Barlow again. Barlow, first time ball. Wycombe having to defend well. Trying to chest it down there, Hargreaves. Good thinking, didn't come off. Ashton, not the best header in the world. Now it's Watton. Martin Barlow on the left-hand side, appealing for support, gets it through Phillips. Lovely play there between Phillips and Barlow. Barlow trying to run all the way through, finally dispossessed. But that's better from Plymouth. Hargreaves. It's a nice little touch there from Scott. Not so nice there. Bit of frustration there that the place held up. Not a good ball towards Argyle. In fact, there was an offside. It was Andrew Baird who was hobbling. And although he doesn't look 100% for now, he's carrying on. Trying to control it's Carroll. Carroll trying to find Baird. Too much pace on the ball into the safety of John Sheffield. Basto's ball's a bit wayward, but it found somehow Paul Watson, who played a nice little ball to Hargreaves. Phillips to his left. McCarthy central. McCarthy, nice turn. He's going to go for glory. Well, he has scored from there in the past. But this time the Welshman failed to hit the target. As far as the neutral's concerned, it's been a bright opening to this FA Cup tie with 12 minutes gone. Plymouth 0, Wycombe 0. Morget. McCarthy away only as far as Barlow, and now it's Paul Watton. Plymouth through and through. And Mick Heathcote, I think it's fair to say, is an honorary Plymouthian. Well, Hargreaves keeps the ball in and now needs a cross. There it is. Sean McCarthy's header should have hit the target. I think he knows it. Sean McCarthy scored the winning penalty up at Kidderminster to send Plymouth into the second round against Wycombe. But when Hargreaves got a good cross in there, McCarthy perhaps should have hit the target. Free kick for Plymouth. Morget battles for a throw. Barlow in some space. Basto. Hargreaves and McCarthy intelligently leaves it for O'Shawn. O'Shawn brought down and a free kick on the edge of the penalty area. Well, tempting fate, but that was close to a penalty, surely. Right on the edge of the area, McCarthy with a smile on his face, suggesting that to the referee. But what an inviting effort now for perhaps Martin Barlow or Sean McCarthy to have a blast. Paul Watson scored from this range in the past. And Hargreaves is licking his lips as well. So, an excellent chance for Plymouth to at least force Martin Taylor into some action. The Wycombe wall looking very nervous indeed. The question now, who's going to have a crack at goal? Paul Watson must fancy his chances. It's Hargreaves and it's hopeless. What a shame. Well, we built that up and Hargreaves should have done better. He won't need telling. Especially like from Paul Watson, it will surely take the next shot at goal. Martin Taylor might be able to tell whoever wins this tie a thing or two about Derby, seeming he used to be a player at the baseball ground. Although Martin Taylor will be the first to admit that things have changed rather dramatically at Derby since his time there. Got a beautiful new stadium now. But then Wycombe have got a nice ground as well. Things have changed in the last couple of years at Adams Park. They've got a new stand now. Steve Brown fouls Sean McCarthy, despite protests. Paul Watson. An opportunity now for Hargreaves to pump a ball into the area. There's Eljon. What can he do now? Ashton's cross. Fails to find his man. Now Paul Watson's going to go for the goal to end all goals. In the end, it didn't take the deflection that he would have been hoping for. But Plymouth are coming into this game more and more. Wycombe made the better start, but Plymouth are now enjoying a lot more possession than their visitors. Bastow made a real impression at home park, the youngster. What a future he has, potentially. Must have heard me and wanted to mess up. Lawrence is being allowed to run. Ashton kind of force him wide. And there's Bastow to make up for his mistake. Ashton away. A lot of maturity from Plymouth's youngsters. McCarthy bundled to the ground by Mohan. Free kick. Martin Barlow. He has Ashton to his right. Eljon. Fancy little flick. And Brown, this time guilty of another foul. And Brown is stunned. I must admit, I don't have a clue what it was given for, but Plymouth won't be complaining. They've got an opportunity to whip a cross in as Mick Heathcote again strolls forward, rather menacingly. Approaching the 20-minute mark. Hargreaves. Heathcote fails to get his head to it. We'll try again with a spectacular. Steve Brown's still not happy with the referee, having a little word in his ear. But Plymouth will be satisfied with the start that they've made. Watson had to be aware there, and now Ashton. Well, Plymouth somehow get away with that. Shouldn't do that too often in the game if Kevin Hodges wants a relaxing 90 minutes. Don't forget, of course, this game has to be settled tonight. We will have a result. If the game finishes level after 90 minutes, we'll have extra time and, if necessary, penalties. Here's Simpson. Scott's the only man forward. It's relevant because he fails to win possession. Plymouth before today had gone 406 minutes without a goal in open play. Failing to put an end to that unwanted record so far, but things are looking promising. Here's Phillips. Dispossessed by Cousins. That came off Phillips, and I think it's a throw. I think Bastow was guilty of a foul there. Paul Watson being very vocal in defence, encouraging his players. Heathcote won that one. He's stretching to win the second battle and doesn't. Brown. Well, Steve Brown certainly had an interesting opening 20 minutes. The former Northampton man signed for £40,000. That was a while back. He's certainly becoming a bit of a servant for Wycombe now, made over 170 appearances for the club. A rather poor cross, easy for John Sheffield. Now it's John Ashton. Ashton past Brown. Who else? Eljean. Eljean twisting and turning. It's cross. Morget just fails to control it. How frustrating. That had goal written all over it. And Ashton taking no chances, back to his goalkeeper. Now it's Paul Watson. Watson searching for the head of McCarthy. Now Morget, who somehow managed to hear McCarthy and still win possession. It's Morget again, the Plymouth number 8. Heathcote. Hargreaves to the left, ignored. The flag stays down. Just as well, really. Bastow. What a beautiful ball by Bastow. That's lovely play. Now it's Hargreaves. Phillips finds himself a bit of space. It's a good little cross, but too near the keeper. But Darren Bastow, that was a beautiful ball, beyond his years. You can see why he's subject to speculation from other clubs, even at such a tender age. A foul by Keith Scott on Mick Heathcote, apparently, and that's Martin Barlow. The flag is down. Oh, Jean, a test of his control. The ball was won quite clearly. Never a question of a penalty there. Good recovery from the Wycombe defence after it looked like Jean had got away. McCarthy chests it down nicely. Morget. Here's a chance for Plymouth. Carried away by Taylor, the best chance of the game. And Plymouth comes so close to scoring. Ronnie Morget used his strength to get in there. His shot trying to beat Taylor, but Taylor outstretched, just got his palm to it, and away to safety. But Morget trying to do it in the best possible circumstances to redeem himself for his sending off on Saturday. Plymouth, another attack. McCarthy! The referee blows his whistle and it's a penalty! Sean McCarthy, 25 minutes, wins his side a penalty kick. McCarthy, it was a hopeful ball into the penalty area, and Sean McCarthy trying to out-jump the goalkeeper Martin Taylor was pushed down to the ground, and the referee immediately blew his whistle, and you knew it was going to be a penalty kick. Well, last season in the league fixture between these two sides, the referee took centre stage, awarding a couple of controversial goals for Plymouth, and again Wycombe are far from happy with this decision. Can't be doing the nerves of Paul Watson any good, who's going to take it. A booking now going to take place for the foul. So Mickey Mohan fouls Sean McCarthy to concede a penalty. And now can Plymouth Argyle end their goal drought? This FA Cup second round replay. A real test now of the nerve of Paul Watton, who takes the penalty kick. It's Paul Watton for Plymouth Argyle, who leads Wycombe by a goal to nil. Watton holds his nerve to blast the ball past Martin Taylor, didn't stand a chance. And the Plymouth Argyle fans who've had little to celebrate of late are delighted because their side, Plymouth Argyle, lead Wycombe by a goal to nil, and they will step nearer to that lucrative tie against Derby County. 27 minutes, Plymouth Argyle 1, Wycombe Wanderers 0. What a penalty kick. And what a brave decision by the referee. He's had to stand up for himself. A lot of protest from Wycombe, lasting over a minute. But throughout that, Watton held his nerve and took a perfect penalty. Nice to cheer a goal as well. And perhaps that's the bit of luck Plymouth need. They've lacked it in recent weeks. But now they're on a stroll, and you can't say they didn't deserve it. Plymouth have been the better side in the opening half hour. A very odd back pass. And Taylor just gets it away as McCarthy rushes towards him. Number 2's Ashton. You get the feeling, despite the lack of goals from both sides of late, that there's more goals on the tables this evening. Am I tempting fate? Number 11's Carroll. Stowalt on the Wycombe side. Simpson plays the 1-2 with Scott. First corner of the evening for Wycombe. Ashton taking no chances at all. Everyone bar Lee Phillips now back for Plymouth to help defend this corner kick. Michael Simpson, 12 games in the period when Neil Warnock was in charge for Plymouth Argyle, a loan spell. He takes the corner kick against his former club away by Mauger, former teammate Steve Brown. Bit of a 50-50 ball there with Hargreaves, and Brown came out worse. It's now Bastow. Bastow better not be too calm. Feet flying at this stage. Ashton really had to better get away, and he does. Well played. John, for such a small player, gets up well. Mrs. Cousins. Free kick conceded by Paul Watton. Quickly taken, this looks dangerous. It came off Paul Watton last. 2 corners in as many minutes for Wycombe. They were suddenly trying to respond to the goal they conceded in the best possible kind. Away by Ashton. First time ball by Lawrence. And the offside flag is up to spare Plymouth's brushes. Scott's header was wide anyhow, but they'll be relieved to see the flag raised anyhow. That's a nice play by the young Lee Phillips. Cousins header away. Barlow brings it down nicely. Now it's Morget. Ashton to his right. Jean further forward. Jean, who's had the ball up well tonight. The flag stays down. Baird could be away. Bit of surprise in the Plymouth defence. Ashton. Well, McCarthy's trying a fancy flick there, but no one on the end of it. Nice dispossession there from Hargreaves. And inevitably, Wycombe now putting a bit of pressure on the Plymouth defence. Perhaps we could have expected that after the goal. Carroll. In some space, Andrew Baird. Now it's Brown, he's had an eventful game. He's in the heap on the ground. I'm not quite sure what the challenge there was about. Morget apologising. It took a deflection off Morget, I think, anyhow, because Wycombe have another corner. But now attention on Brown, who's not looking happy, and neither of the Wycombe players, who are arguing relentlessly with the referee at the moment. Not happy with the way the game's being officiated at this stage. Finding the corners taken, Simpson with it. McCarthy, header away. Brown, who's back on his feet, and he needs a bit of target practice, I feel. Some of his shooting has been disappointing, to say the least. Now a war of words here between Jean, is it? And I think it's Scott. Well, Wycombe have been complaining bitterly ever since the penalty's been awarded. And they might have said one word too many now. Not like Jean to get involved in such a fracas. The referee's got his book out for the second time this evening. And 2 yellow cards produced. Jean and Keith Scott, the 2 number 10s. Both had better watch their step for the remainder of this game. Morget and Brown doing fierce battle there. Now it's McCarthy. Oh, that was so close to getting through to Jean. Wasn't guilty of a foul on Baird, didn't see much wrong with it myself. The referee now getting back in the Wycombe good books. Free kick taken by Cousins. Heathcote, good firm header away. Brown to no man's land, really. And Hargreaves, not only wins possession, but kept the ball in play, did he? No. Throw into the visitors. Really is a passionate cup tie out there now. Both sides desperate for that victory this evening. Can Plymouth hold on? Here's the youngster Baird trying to turn. And then a curling effort from Lawrence, who's never going to score with an effort like that. You can see what he's trying to do, curling into the top corner past Sheffield.
Your attention, please.
But never near.
The car 828, G828, KC.
Into the last 10 minutes of this FA Cup tie. First half. This time McCarthy with a foul. Looked like a repeat foul on the penalty incident, but this time the decision goes against McCarthy. Mohan. Offside. But things have, the course of play has changed since the goal. Wycombe have enjoyed the possession. But Sheffield's not been forced into a save as yet. Darren Bastow to his fellow youngster, John Ashton. Oh, Jean. Free kick. The foul by Chris Finicum. Started his career with Exeter, of course. Quickly taken, Barlow. Morget walking into trouble. Barlow, can he get away? Yes, he can. Barlow finally across. And the keeper flaps. Oh, Jean! All it needs is to be put into the net! And it is! A terrible mistake by Martin Taylor. And Mick Heathcote has a simple task of putting the ball into the back of the net. And Plymouth now lead their second division opponents by 2 goals to 0. Congratulations to Oljean for his quick thinking. Played the ball across the face of the goal. And Mick Heathcote puts Plymouth Argyle 2-0 up. 39 minutes. And Plymouth in uncharted territory, 2-0 up. It couldn't be going any better for Plymouth. Martin Taylor would be furious. It was a strange sort of cross from Barlow. He kind of miskicked it. That must have been what shook Martin Taylor. He flapped. And a red card has been produced, is it? I saw a red card in the book, but hopefully that's not the case. Heathcote's 4th goal of the season. And Wycombe are in trouble. Desperately need a bit of luck before half-time to get back into this game. Can Plymouth hold out? We'll really fancy the chances if they're going at half-time 2-0 up. This time Sheffield not looking too comfortable, and Wycombe have their 4th corner of the first half. Everyone bar Phillips back again. Plymouth taking no chances. There's the corner, almost unmarked is McCarthy. And poor old Paul McCarthy, whose own goal at Adams Park set up this replay, failed to redeem himself there. Derby County becoming closer and closer as each minute now ticks away. What an occasion that will be if Plymouth manage to secure a 3rd round cup tie with Derby County. The skills of Paolo, Wanshop, etc., etc. really would be a great game if Plymouth can hold on. This is the FA Cup, and Plymouth will be the last people to count their chickens. There's still a lot of football to be played. Wycombe's still in this cup tie. Remember last season against Oxford United, Plymouth were 3-0 up in the League Cup and ended up losing by 5 goals to 3. How quickly the course of events can change in a football match. Watson sensibly leaves it, thanks to the shout through John Sheffield. Lee Phillips still searching for his first goal for Plymouth. Perhaps tonight could be his night. Plymouth have had 2 lucky breaks for their goals. Martin Taylor, usually so reliable, let himself down for the second goal. It's a rather controversial penalty that gave Plymouth the first goal of the evening as well. Vinnicum would love to do his former club Exeter a favour and do one over his biggest rivals, but so far it's not working out for him. Wycombe got a good 0-0 draw at Blackpool on Saturday. But rather than defend now, they're going to have to attack. They're going to have to just go for it, make or break in the second half. Might leave a few spaces for the pace of Phillips and John in particular. Might be a bit premature. The first half is yet to be completed yet. At least Wycombe have plenty of options on the bench. Sheffield. Phillips with Barlow making a run central. Offside flag is up. We're all but into stoppage time. I think 2 minutes will be added. We'll see the assistant in a minute hold up the board, as is mandatory nowadays. It's a dumb thing. Here's Morget. He's had a great game in midfield so far. Throw into Wycombe. Can Plymouth hold on before the half-time whistle's blown? Number 2, Lawrence. McCarthy, he's got plenty of space. There's his shot. And a blow to the face there. Completely accidental. Might well be Hargreaves who's down. But a time now to take stock. It's been a fantastic first half for Plymouth. Wouldn't have dreamed of this 2-0 lead at half-time. Hargreaves is all right, I hope. Always goals when these sides meet, especially of late. Last season, and Plymouth were a second division club. Plymouth scored 4 goals in the league game at Home Park, but Wycombe went one better in the return game at Adams Park and beat Argyle 5-1. Particularly horrific memory from last season for Plymouth, the game against Wycombe. Bit of a scuffle going on there, possibly. Watson and Baird. Baird stays down, but it really did look accidental, despite the protests from Wycombe. McCarthy having his 2 cents worth. And this 2 minutes of stoppage time is rapidly turning into a lot more. And the referee adamant, get up, is his message to Andrew Baird, and the Argyle fans like that. Well, Wycombe players are getting more and more furious with the referee. I think there might be a head injury, and that's why they're calling for attention. I think Wycombe are angry at this point because the referee's refusing to allow the physio to come on and treat his player. Finally, the permission is given. The referee finally takes the advice of the Wycombe players. The tempers really are flaring as far as the Wycombe players and the referee are concerning. Poor old Andrew Baird, only 17, developed through the YTS scheme, and injuries have given him his chance this season. It was Baird who scored against Argyle in the first game on Saturday week ago. Did you understand that? Good. But for all their complaining, Wycombe are 2-0 down. And all their complaining in the world won't change the scoreline. I think the referee will be best advised to blow it for half-time as soon as possible. Brown. Wycombe desperate for that goal on the stroke of half-time. Hargreaves doing his best to stop that from happening. This is Lawrence. Could be dangerous. There's Baird. And Ashton, anything will do in terms of clearing the ball. The referee looks at his watch. But still no sense of the whistle being blown. Sweeney. Argyle somehow got the ball away there, but it looked dangerous. Heart-stopping moments for the Plymouth players and their fans, and now they've got a throw-in which will bite a few extra seconds. And for the first time, Neil Smiley joining in the protests. He's furious at the moment. Be interesting to see who accompanies the referee off the field. Baird. Heathcote finds Hargreaves in some space, and now it's Phillips. Ronnie Morget. And now Ashton. Some nice football from Plymouth. Half-time, Plymouth 2, Wycombe 0. Ronnie Morget came very close to opening the scoring for Plymouth before a controversial penalty was awarded. A foul on Sean McCarthy, and Paul Watton tucked it home with such confidence. A terrible mistake by Martin Taylor led in a simple chance from Mick Heathcote, who didn't let himself down. Plymouth Argyle lead then by 2-0. Standing ovation, well deserved for these Plymouth players. Wycombe will have to put in a superb performance now to get back into this FA Cup tie, and perhaps Derby County could start making arrangements to stay in Plymouth on the beginning of January. Half-time, Plymouth 2, Wycombe 0. Wycombe were on the pitch for a good minute and a half before Plymouth joined them. Must be eager to get on with this game as quickly as possible. They walked off a very dejected and frustrated side, especially at half-time. Can they now take out that frustration on Plymouth? It certainly has the potential to be a cracking second half. Wycombe trying to get back into this cup tie. Plymouth perhaps on the break might even get a couple more. So Plymouth in the Second round replay against Wycombe, who currently leading by 2-0. No substitutions at half-time from either side. I'm sure if the score stays like this, we might see the introduction perhaps of Paul Reed on the bench for Wycombe, former Arsenal striker. Early chance now for Baird. Basto showed some nice touches in the first half, gets the ball to Barlow, and Barlow plays it to McCarthy. McCarthy, that's a lovely ball to Wilshawn. Lee Phillips in the middle. The ball ahead of him. Phillips now. Defending there from Wycombe. It wasn't actually, but who cares? It's Heathcote back to his keeper, John Sheffield. That's better. Plymouth then 45 minutes away from a cup tie against Derby County and a chance to revive all those memories of Argyle's cup run in 1984 when Argyle beat Derby on the way to the semi-finals. And ironically, that was over a replay as well. Something about Plymouth and replays, isn't there? The cross by Hargreaves, too deep for McCarthy to do anything with it. It's a nice little touch to Molget. Now back to Basto. Really impressed with this evening, Basto. Barlow, who's ran midfield nicely. Heathcote scored the second goal. Our flag is up against Hargreaves. A lot of responsibility on the shoulders of this Plymouth defence now in the second half. They've defended well in recent games. It's been the strikers that have not produced the goods. And now the Plymouth attackers scored 2 goals. It's up to the defenders to continue their good form. No options for Wycombe, really. Cross touch for Carroll. Still Carroll. Free kick conceded by Hargreaves, who, to put it politely, was not happy with the decision. His reaction might earn him a booking if he's not careful. He's best just to walk away and go up to Barlow. Good idea. So a good chance for Wycombe to produce something here. Dave Carroll, been at the club since 1988. Can he put his side back in the FA Cup? Plymouth unorthodox defending, but defending it is nevertheless. Simpson, nice play. He jinks, and that's straight into the arms of John Sheffield. Oh, Sean dispossesses Wycombe, brought down. This time, no penalty. Well, brilliant play by Earl Jean to dispossess Wycombe, rush into the penalty area. And to be honest, there was no protest from the fans and the players. A brief shout from the fans, and then they just shut up. So probably wasn't a penalty, and I think the referee made the right decision. Carroll. Action at the other end until the flag is raised. Scott offside. Nice header there by Basto. Oh, Jean, a nice little back flick to Morget. Throw into Argyle. Really nice football from Plymouth this evening. Perhaps the performance will give them confidence for the league. The playoffs. More than a distinct possibility for Plymouth. They just need to get a run of results together. They slid down the table pretty quickly. They can slide back up it pretty quickly as well. They just need to get a run of results together. Roy almost ran through to Carroll. Carroll turns, gets in his shot. It comes off Heathcote and away by Basto. Best chance of the game for Wycombe. Mohan completely missed it. It then fell to Carroll, who took an eternity to get a shot in, and Heathcote and Basto between them both got the ball away. Encouraging signs for Wycombe, and now it's Lawrence. Again, Carroll in action of crossing in probably. It's a good cross as well. There's the header. And that should have been the goal. The best 60 seconds of the game for Wycombe. 2 opportunities and 2 real chances to score. They really should have knocked one of those in. Scott with a practically free header, and his header should have hit the target. John Sheffield would be relieved that he wasn't forced into a save. Oh, Phillips didn't really deserve to win that throw, and he's left it. But when a throw he does. Sean. Hargreaves. Martin Barlow. Phillips almost got to it, so did McCarthy. Argyle will have a second bite of the cherry. Barlow's cross deflected off Morget. Now it's young Darren Basto. Really fought for that throw in Wycombe. It's getting just slightly misty out there now. Struggling to see the far corner there. What a good run this is, McCarthy. And Barlow wins a free kick. In fact, I think it might have been Wycombe. But Barlow's some great tracking back. Really regained his form lately, Barlow. I'd be surprised if we see a substitution very soon from Wycombe. Scott. This flick finds John Sheffield. The flag stays down, but it's all irrelevant in the end. Straight into the safety of the hands of Martin Taylor. Scott. Well played, young Darren Bastow. Danger's not over, Wycombe. Phillips. This has potential. Hargreaves. Phillips rushing to join in the action. There's McCarthy with a header. Well, Sean! What an outstanding save by Taylor. He's kept Wycombe in it. Well, what a brilliant move that was by Plymouth, defying their league position and league status. Phillips with a ball to Hargreaves. Hargreaves cross, flipped on by McCarthy, and Jean volleying it surely into goal, but no, Martin Taylor, what a fantastic save. Now that stayed it. Wycombe would have been dead and buried had that have gone in. Still, they live to fight another day. Barlow will take the corner. Plymouth's fourth for the game. Was that a handball? Possibly. Very naive appeal there, I fear. Oh, what an exciting move that was from Plymouth. Very frustrating that they've not produced that on a more regular basis of late. Phillips does brilliantly to get possession. McCarthy. Not a brilliant ball from McCarthy. And as I suggested about 5 minutes ago, don't call me psychic, but Paul Reed is coming on. Andrew Baird, who's run his socks off without much joy, comes off. So Paul Reed, a £35,000 signing from Arsenal. Scored 2 goals on his Wycombe debut, but hasn't produced that form on a regular basis. He's a substitute this evening and has come on now to try and get Wycombe back in this FA Cup tie. McKeithcote. Puts his head in his hands, he knows that was a poor pass. Let's not talk any more of it. Watson, he's had a brilliant game. His goal was just the icing on the cake. Hargreaves will be lucky not to get a booking for that tackle. It was a bit overzealous. And I think he's going to be warned, do that again, mate, and you could be in trouble. In 1994, Jason Cousins was voted Player of the Year. He won't win votes from referees if he's that cheeky. He has to play the ball a bit back and then finally whips a crossing on the edge of the area. Away by Ashton, unsung hero in defence. He's had a great game. There'll be Lawrence against McCarthy. Lawrence with a back pass. Test now for Taylor. Good clearance by Taylor. The flag stays down. First chance of the game for Reed. Reed into the penalty area. Forces a great save from Sheffield. The danger's not over yet. Brown. Finally it is. Corner. What an outstanding save by John Sheffield. He's had a quiet game so far, but when he's called into action, he doesn't let Argyle down. Paul Reed was through. I thought a goal was on the cards, but John Sheffield had other ideas. Great save. 5th corner of the game now for Wycombe. Not a brilliant corner. Easy header for Morget. Phillips now on his own. Desperately needs support. Jean might provide it. That was a lovely move, thwarted by Wycombe. Kevin Hodges must be so proud of his side this evening. Can they just keep it up for another half hour? We can get a free kick for that. It's Argyle's turn to be frustrated with the referee now. It's not a case of time running out for Wycombe. They've still got half an hour. But you fear they're going to have to do something soon just to give themselves the confidence to get back into this cup tie. They've shown signs. Looping shot. Keith Scott with the final touch. Well, McCarthy's battled his way through this game and he's won another free kick. He's getting his own personal collection this evening. There's a cross. McCarthy out jump there. Now it's Brown. This could be a dangerous break. Plymouth attacking too much. In the end, I think a foul was a good decision for Plymouth. They can now have a chance to regroup and perhaps not go forward in such large numbers in future. Heathcote, then Barlow, turned out to be a nice ball to Baster, and that was an even better ball to Mulchay. And that was a terrible ball to Lawrence, and now it's Brown out left. He won that battle in the air, but the flag will be up, so all this is irrelevant. Offside's the decision, so you can put the ball into the back of the net all you like, but it won't count. Hodges a bit concerned on the dugout. It was an uncomfortable moment. Plymouth. Barlow, oh, thought that was going to get through to Mulchay for a moment. We're going to see a lot of Wycombe on the ball, I fear, for the rest of this game. 19 minutes into the second half. Scott. Watson with the tackle. Corner number 6. There's the corner, and there's the header over. Well, it's another chance that's gone down as a miss, when it could easily have been put down as a goal. A powerful header by Lawrence counts for nothing. Chance for Plymouth just to regroup. Here's Hargreaves. We forced to defend a lot more in the second half. Here's Barlow. Barlow, it's a nice little cheeky run onto the left-hand side. Now it's Watton. Morget wants the cross. Instead it will play the simple ball to Phillips. There's the back pass. Despite Barlow's best intentions, it's cleared. Bastow's getting better and better by the minute. Simpson to Cousins. McCarthy now. Oh, the flag is up. Well, let's be polite, that was close. He looked onside to me, I have to admit. But what's my opinion mean? Nothing. My goodness, if we had replays, we'd be a lot happier. I'd like to prove that one. Carroll. Sit quite simply onside there is Lawrence. There's Lawrence's cross. We're going to see another chance for Wycombe. And it's easy catch. The header this time again. Paul Reed, who's forced the best save out of Sheffield this evening. It was rather simple that time. Free kick against Phillips. Or rather, Phillips was fouled. Jason Cousins, the offender. The former Brentford man. Been at Wycombe throughout their rise through the leagues, old Jason Cousins. Since the Martin O'Neill days. Hargreaves. Phillips. Battling for everything, but concedes a free kick, and that looked a bit harsh, but applause from the Wycombe players. And Wycombe quite sensibly getting on with things. Phillips earns applause for that from his own manager. Hargreaves. We're going for a bit of a lull now, but Plymouth won't complain. It's a lull that they want. As long as Wycombe aren't creating chances, then the chances of them making the third round for Plymouth are getting ever more close to reality. Reed keeps the ball in play. Good handling by Sheffield. Just what the doctor ordered. Bit of confident goalkeeping, which has been the case in the last few weeks. Sheffield's been great. This is Carroll. Here's the chance, Lawrence in some space. It's a good looking cross. And Bastow inadvertently put some sort of blocking against Brown, but it's now Reed. There's a long range effort from Wycombe. On another day that would have gone in. But Chris Wycombe, the signing from Burnley. Luck is not on his side, it's on Plymouth's side. So close. About 20 minutes remaining. A foul by McCarthy on Paul McCarthy. Sure they're not joking about there. For now, let's get on with things. Wycombe. Number 10, Scott. Booked in the first half. Got a bit of a kick there. What a nice ball from Heathcote. Who fair he is? I don't think so. Hargreaves. Phillips to his left. Hargreaves might go alone. Morget. There's a strike, straight into the hands of Martin Taylor. Morget won that battle, but he wants a bit more support from his teammates, Eljon in particular. Phillips has ran for his life this evening. Put so much effort into this game. Surely his time's going to come. Lawrence. Great backtracking there from Mauger. It's now Reed. Simpson. He's got a long-range shot on him, Simpson, but he doesn't use it. Instead plays it out wide. First time cross, there's Brown with a header, and there's Paul Reed with a header. Well, it's what the game needed, not what Plymouth wanted. Wycombe are right back in this cup tie. What a time to score. 20 minutes remaining. We now have an anxious cup tie on our hands. Paul Reed, the substitute. What a cup tie we got on our hands. It's Plymouth 2, Wycombe 1, Paul Reed. Plymouth now, 20 minutes. If they concede a goal, then Wycombe's spirits will be up. If they don't concede a goal, then they've got a third round cup tie against Derby. It was a delightful cross and one that Reed really couldn't miss. Wycombe have come close in the last 10-20 minutes and have finally got the goal that perhaps their play deserves. Bit of an incident where Barlow was hit in the face. I think Brown obviously was the man who did it. Accidental or not, Barlow not happy with Brown. Well, Plymouth have got a five-man midfield now, but it didn't prevent Wycombe from scoring that goal. Can Hargreaves let the ball run? That's even better, it's a goal kick. And time for a double substitution for Plymouth Argyle. Jean. He's coming off, and Lee Phillips, two players have worked hard without getting there, just desserts. And on comes Dwight Marshall for his 10th appearance of the season. And young Terry Sweeney, who's made 4 appearances this season, 2 of them a sub.
Substitution, Dwight Marshall and Terry Sweeney.
Sweeney has made a good impression recently. Earned himself some praise from Hodges. Dwight Marshall's just returned back from injury. 1 goal to his name this season. Well, Wycombe now will have their tails up. It's the perfect cup tie. That's unless you're a Plymouth Argyle supporter or official. Wycombe must really fancy their chances now. Real test of this Plymouth Argyle defence. Never a test of their character, that's never in doubt. They'll have a bit of a breathing space here. They've earned a free kick. Dwight Marshall foul. But as far as cup ties go, it couldn't be any more tense at this very moment in time. Anyone's guess who's going to make it. Sweeney, brilliant block for a first touch, stopping the run of Carroll. Marshall. Sweeney. Free kick. The ball's going out of play, but Sweeney fell to the ground and won a free kick. McCarthy the foul. Martin Barlow then with the free kick. Well, that could have gone anywhere. Vinicum stretching out a foot. The ball goes behind for a corner kick. Hargreaves will be in no rush to take it. Bite your nails time. Kevin Hodges looking very anxious at the dugout. Oh, Morget was so close there. McCarthy away. Reed against Sweeney. Reed wins that battle. Only as far as Bastow though, and now Bastow, nice little ball out wide to Hargreaves. Not a good ball towards Morget. Easily for Binnicum to cut it out. Now it's Brown. Another disappointing ball when you don't need that type of pass up front. The flag will stay down. Can Marshall keep the ball in play? He caused enough pressure on the Wycombe defence for that to happen. Now it's Bastow. Needs some support in the penalty area. McCarthy trying to do his best to do that. This is good stuff. Plymouth getting back in this game. Marshall. His ball. McCarthy, one touch, two touches. There's the third. And there's the first from Barlow. And it showed. Never a chance of Barlow making himself top goal scorer outright with a shot like that. Marshall. McCarthy now. It's getting a bit chilly out there, but it's red hot on the pitch. Boiling point, in fact. Especially with tackles like that. Lawrence, a terrible two-footed tackle. And even though full contact wasn't made, the intent was there. Wasn't a good tackle, and surely a booking at the very least is on the cards. Lawrence really getting caught up in the mood there. But with a tackle like that, it's no surprise that a yellow card is produced. Let's have a look at the clock then. Well, I make it about 11 minutes to go. 11 minutes between an FA Cup tie with Derby County. There was a free kick awarded for something there. Even the subs are up on the dugout now, encouraging their teammates. Sweeney with a good foot in there, and now Barlow. Let's give praise to Basso, it was him in fact. Brown. Barlow concedes a corner. Some Plymouth fans can't even bear to watch. Imagine the roar if the score stays at 2-1. Imagine the size of disappointment if it doesn't. There's a small contingent of Wycombe fans behind the goal, but they're certainly making themselves heard. As the corner's brought in, Morget's header away. Those balls are always hard to deal with, high in the air. It's going to be a shot from Lawrence. The flag is up, so Plymouth can breathe again. Not very often the fans in the Lyndhurst applaud the linesman, but they are now. As we approach the 80th minute. Plymouth 2, Wycombe 1. FA Cup second round replay. Derby County await the winners. Here's Dwight Marshall. His first touch, or one of them in the first game, and then his fellow substitute, Sweeney. Oh, Brown, over-enthusiastic to say the least. Well, Brown's the one with a smile, but Sweeney will have the last lap because he won the free kick. And Watson has already blasted in one goal this evening. Is he going to do it again? He's certainly placing the ball as if that's going to happen. And these either go over or in. Barlow might be calming Watson down and telling him a little ball to the penalty area might be on the cards. But it's exciting out there, I tell you. Martin Taylor awaits the shot from Watson, which is, as I feared, into the Devonport end. We'll bite up a few seconds though, at the very least. Anywhere will do for Ashton. Good little clearance. Fluff there by Mohan. Put himself under unnecessary pressure. Throw into Plymouth. Marshall appeals for something there. Handball it is against Marshall, and the referee agrees with the Wycombe appeals. Well, time is now starting to run out. You've got about 6 minutes, Wycombe. Even I'm biting my pen. So nervous out there. Both sides. Marshall's flick on. Oh, Sweeney! Well, he's going for goal! That's brilliant! What a brilliant goal from Terry Sweeney! And surely Plymouth Argyle are going to take on Derby County in the third round in the FA Cup. There are hugs on the dugout. For the first time this evening, Martin Taylor's kicking lets him down, but still so much work for Sweeney to do. But what an effort! First goal for Terry Sweeney in a Plymouth Argyle jersey, and the youngster makes it Plymouth 3, Wycombe 1. An unhappy return for Michael Simpson, who's brought off. And Paul Emblem, the former Charlton man, comes on, but is it too little too late? Well, we've only seen Terry Sweeney make 4 appearances before tonight, but already he's getting an ever-growing reputation for himself. But if Plymouth fans didn't know too much about this lad before this evening, they do now. What a brilliant goal. There he is again, a man of confidence, and the flag is up. Marshall offside. It looks as if Cousins was playing him on, but the referee's assistant having none of it. And for once now, Plymouth can relax. Not totally, but some of the smiles on that dugout were a joy to behold, and just moments ago. Cousins. There's a foul there. And barring a footballing miracle, it looks like Wycombe are heading out of the FA Cup. No disrespect to Plymouth, but they must have been quite pleased when they were drawn at home to Plymouth, but it's not turned out according to plan. Plymouth have turned in one of their best performances of the season, certainly in recent weeks. And perhaps this is the game that will rejuvenate their league form. Big games coming up. I'm thinking in particular of that big derby against Exeter on the 28th. Well, here's a substitute trying to get a goal himself. And in the end, John Sheffield brave, despite the attentions of Carroll. Barlow to Sweeney, who will now be full of confidence. Marshall's offside. It must have been a hard few weeks for Kevin Hodges, as injuries and bad luck have seen Plymouth slide down the table, but he'll be able to celebrate with a quiet drink tonight, I'm sure, and much deserved as well. These Plymouth fans deserve something to smile about. Well, that's a terrible foul. Lawrence seems to stamp on Ronnie Morget, and Lawrence had better be careful because he's already been booked. Now, are we going to see some common sense from the referee, or are we going to see the red card produced? Well, Morget's being spoken to. Lawrence seems to be getting away with it completely, which seems a bit unfair. But on the plus side, a bit of common sense by the referee, diffusing the situation immediately, and now we concentrate on the football. Cousins. Heathcote, who's been outstanding in defence. Marshall. Well, desperate measures. Chris Vinicum on his return to Devon, an unhappy return. And Alan Beaton on a 2-year contract. He takes his place in defence, and it looks like Wycombe are now just going for it completely. 3 in defence, everyone else forward. Martin Taylor, who will feel responsible for 2 of the Plymouth goals. That's Hargreaves. Now Morget. This ball fails to find Sean McCarthy. That's a free kick conceded by Paul Watson, it seems. And perhaps there still is life in our visitors from Wycombe. Wycombe have to now produce something pretty quickly. Well, they're trying their best. That was a save from John Sheffield. And that's the 8th corner now for Wycombe, but it might be in vain. And more corners than, and I'll say eventually, they've earned more corners than their hosts. It's not been enough. It's a good-looking corner. Watson's header away. There's Brown. His shooting's been woeful all evening. Can Plymouth break? Bit of unlucky there, Marshall. It's an Argyle throw. Well, we're now approaching stoppage time. The balls are coming up from the referee's assistant to tell the crowd how much longer we're going to have. Plymouth haven't enjoyed much success in the FA Cup in recent years. The last time they reached the 4th round was before they'd even met Wycombe in a league encounter. But perhaps their luck's changing now. A game to Derby, surely now to look forward to. They're beating Wycombe by 3-1, and perhaps we're going to get a bigger target. If it hadn't been for Cousins, it would have been 4-1. There was 2 players waiting on the goal line. 3 minutes of stoppage time to be played. Here's Bastow. Bastow's cross. This time Taylor's good handling. John Ashton had a great game. And the flag is quite rightly raised against McCarthy. He tried his best to check his run, but it was clearly offside. Going nowhere. Ashton loses out to Scott. Scott, now it's Brown. While Paul Watson sums up his performance with a tremendous block. That had goal written all over it. But summing up Brown's luck throughout the game, Paul Watson with a truly outstanding recovery tackle there, and all we can get is a corner. Heathcote beats his own goalkeeper there to the ball. No free kick. And the referee's given a penalty. Similar to Plymouth's penalty. McCarthy this time with a foul. And just to add to the tension, Wycombe have a penalty in injury time. Is it too little, too late? Keith Scott, the man fouled. Plymouth still complaining. It might be too little, too late because we're in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. But how important suddenly was Terry Sweeney's 3rd goal? Well, both sides have been crying out for goals all season. We've had 4 so far. This could well be the 5th. Dave Carroll, just to add to the tension. Well, there's still hope. There's still life in this Wycombe side. Listen to the whistles now, echo around home park. How much longer the referee's going to add on, you tell me. Precisely nothing. Plymouth Argyle can look forward to a big FA Cup tie against Derby County on the 2nd of January. It was a tense affair for the full 90 minutes. But in the end, celebration. Paul Watson gave Argyle the lead with a 27th minute penalty. Mick Heathcote capitalised on a mistake by Taylor to double the lead. Argyle were 2-0 up at half-time. Just when Argyle started to look forward to that cup tie with Derby, Reid pulled one back, but then an outstanding goal by the teenager Terry Sweeney in the end proved decisive, and despite the last-minute penalty from Dave Carroll, it wasn't enough. Plymouth Argyle are through to the 3rd round of the FA Cup. They've beaten Wycombe Wanderers by 3 goals to 2. Argyle players thanking the fans. Mick Heathcote approaching the Devonport end. And Watson and Heathcote will be the last players to leave the field. Outstanding in defence, and go have a goal between them. Wycombe take praise for making this a memorable cup tie, but in the end, it's Plymouth Argyle who are the heroes. They've beaten Wycombe 3-2. And now look forward to a big cup tie against Derby County in the new year.